day is it?
Sabbath day.
Yeah?
The Sabbath day.
Sa- it's Saturday show day, bro. What's up, boxing fans? What's up, sports fans? What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of Saturday Show. I'm your host, Mandla, aka Mr. Boxing, and my co-host
is Pumelela the Truth stuff, guys. The current WBO world champion and soon to be the unified super flyweight world champion. Boo, 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 boo.
Boo, 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 boo.
What an
WBC, Ring Magazine,
and WBO.
and WBO. Of course, bro. This belt is coming back, man.
Yeah. Nobody taking my shit. Ain't nobody taking my shit.
Damn, man. As the days are becoming closer, like closer to the date. How are you feeling?
Feel amazing, man. Feels amazing. I don't know, man. I don't even know how to put this because I never thought one day I'll be fighting for the unified titles. For real, I always thought, okay, I will maybe fight for world title, but also I used to think being a world champion is also not within reach. So I became a world champion and I was like, oh, finally. And I didn't think I'll be fighting for unified titles anytime soon, you know?
Yeah.
Because that takes a lot for a boxer to unify.
Sure.
Now I'm unifying. That's crazy.
I can imagine, bro.
Yeah.
Damn, I can imagine because
It's crazy.
it's one thing when you're dreaming it, and it's another thing when it's announced. And also it's something else when you see the days coming closer and closer and closer.
So
Like it's becoming reality step by step, like slowly but surely.
probably like right now I've got about 9 weeks to go. Probably like 8 weeks to go.
Yeah.
8 weeks to go if I'm not counting the fight week.
Okay, yeah.
8 weeks to go. So got plenty of time to prepare. But also some people think maybe it's the less time. Because you know why? Because they worried.
Oh,
They worried.
you're right.
I feel like this is enough time. That's why I even rested for about 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Because for boxer to prepare for 10 weeks, 10 weeks is enough, bro. 10-week camp, that's enough, bro. Because I think someone told me that person used to tell me that when you train as an athlete, 4 weeks is enough for your body to be fit.
Okay, if you're training, of course, like
the way we're training as boxers, 4 weeks is enough for your body to be fit.
Okay.
4 weeks is enough for your body to be fit.
Yeah.
Then you get to push yourself beyond the level of fitness that you are at.
Okay.
After 4 weeks, then
then you're good to go.
You're good to go. So I imagine
you have more than that now.
Yeah, 10 weeks, bro.
So do you feel like people who are nervous for you and who are feeling like you have limited time, and like how, I don't know how to put this question. What do you think that makes them so nervous? Because most of them, they are not even part of your team. I understand the ones who are in your team.
Yeah.
But what do you say about the ones?
The ones that nervous, I think it's the ones that really do care for me. So they fear Bam. So with them watching Bam, they feel like, damn, I'll need a miracle to win, you know? So they feel like I gotta train too hard and kill myself in the gym.
Yeah.
For me to beat Bam, you know? So I understand it.
You understand where they're coming from.
I remember those one time I was watching and the clip wasn't necessarily documentary Muhammad Ali.
Okay.
But it was a clip. Muhammad Ali was fighting George Foreman. So dressing room, they were all quiet. Now he's making his way to the ring. You know, when you're waiting for your song, and everyone was never, the whole team was so quiet. So Ali told them, like, why guys are you all acting like this? Like, you're the one that's going out there to fight George Foreman.
Yeah.
It's like you all are in a funeral or something. George Foreman is human too. You all ain't gotta be scared. I'm gonna kill him. So you get my point, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
They fear, but you as a boxer, you know that you got this. Because I know I got this, bro. I'm not even worried. I'm not
And you
stressed.
relax, yeah.
I'm relaxed, bro. I'm used to.
And about to out there like panicking, like
Yeah,
yo, like
bro. Nah, Bam is human too, bro. He's human. He ain't a god, bro.
yeah.
He's human too. He bleeds. He falls. He once touched the canvas. I've never touched the canvas, bro. I've never. And I'm not going to start that day.
Damn. Ah, man.
So I know I got
that's
this,
that's
bro.
that's the
So-
confidence. Ah, you got it, bro. And the most important person to be the most important person to be comfortable in this entire thing is
Yeah.
you more than anyone else. When I'm
sure,
not comfortable, when I'm not confidence yakho my high,
For sure. I'll be the one inside.
nothing
the
else is
fighting.
needed. Yeah.
I'll be the one. Even the ones that care about me. If I lose, they don't lose. I lose. me and my
You
team
lose exactly.
So
And
if
your
I
team
win-
lose, yeah,
me
your
and my team
team,
lose
yeah,
because they're gonna
true.
be there. They're gonna be throwing stones at them because they feel like we shouldn't have taken this fight. You know.
Yeah, but, hey,
So
the
apart from
naysayers.
that,
Yeah. You
yeah,
could.
man, I'm good, bro. I'm not going there to lose. What you mean? I'm going there to win. I'm a winner. I'm gonna win.
My nigga.
You know, that's the goal, bro.
No,
That's the
man, I
goal.
wish you all the best, bro.
That's
I don't
the
want to
goal.
lie. I'm one of them who are nervous. I'm like, hey. But, hey,
Yeah, bro.
we trust and believe in God, and,
Yeah.
you know, what was meant to be will be.
Yeah, bro.
And, yeah, man, you just have to deal with
If
it.
it's meant to be, nothing can take anything away from you. No one can take anything away from you.
So, whatever
So,
comes,
Whatever
it's a
comes,
win.
comes. You know, that fight determines a lot of things. It's either that day I'm there to be a stepping ladder for Ben to be great, or maybe it's the other way around. Ben is there for me to is there for him to be a stepping stone for me, so I could be great. It goes both
Both
ways.
ways. And also him delivering your gift, your birthday gift as well.
You know, it goes both ways. If he wins,
Yeah.
which means he'll be like a unified world champion in two divisions, because he was a unified champion in the flyweight division.
Yeah.
So it will be his second time being a unified world champion in the super flyweight division.
Oh, awesome.
If I win,
Yeah.
I get to go into the South African Hall of Fame. And I become the super flyweight unified world champion.
Wow. Damn. The only one.
Not the odd. I'm not sure, bro. I'm not sure about South African history boxing.
Yeah.
But I know not more than 5 boxers or not more than 3 boxers have ever held the Ring magazine. I think not more than 3 boxers.
Not more than 3.
In South African boxing history.
In South African boxing history. So how do you feel about Manny Pacquiao coming back?
Bro, I feel like
from the retirement.
I don't think that's a good idea, bro. Like for real, I don't think that's a good idea. We look at George Foreman. George Foreman became a world champion at the age of 47, right?
Yeah.
He became a world champion at the age of 47. But look at the guys that he was fighting. You look at Pacquiao's last fight. Did you see his last fight when he was fighting in Japan?
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, bro. You look at that. He'll never beat an elite fighter fighting like that.
Because I think the opponent that he's facing he was once an opponent.
Mario Barrios. You saw in the clip that I posted, he's also fighting at the.
I saw the lineup there.
There's no way to beat Barrios with that performance.
He fought Tank, ne?
He fought Tank, yeah, got knocked out by Tank.
And he's fighting that guy.
Tank was behind before
with
knocking
points.
him out, yeah. You know.
So you think it's not a good?
It's not a good idea,
move,
bro. It's not a good idea. Manny Pacquiao was running for presidency. I don't know what happened. I feel like that was a nice move, bro. You know.
Yeah.
Now he's coming back to boxing.
And he's not like beating around the bush. Exhibitions. Nah, he's putting his record on the line.
I also feel like even if Manny Pacquiao would do a rematch with Floyd, he'd get smoked by Floyd very bad. You know.
Yeah.
Because we know Pacquiao is a pressure fighter. He's not very good skill-wise.
Yeah.
You know, he's a hard worker. You know, he presses people, comes forward. Floyd has been always on the back foot, defense-wise and all that.
Yeah.
So Pacquiao doesn't have the same speed he has, doesn't have the same power he had. You know, because he's older now.
The age, yeah, it's catching up with him. That's
Yeah.
the truth.
You know, and
So
he's rich, bro. He's rich. I know package. He's a multi-millionaire. He's rich
so he's basically not coming back for
for
money.
money.
So maybe he has something to prove
To who, bro?
personally, maybe to
What do you
himself.
mean? He's in the Hall of Fame already.
Already
You know?
five weight divisions.
No, more than that, bro. I think he's
Eight.
eight division world champion, and he's the only boxer.
Only boxer.
Yeah, 8 division world champion. He's the only one to do that. So what are you trying to prove, bro? That's what I don't get. He's got nothing to prove.
Or maybe in fact is the
What?
don't you think it's this thing of e-boxing more addicted?
But then you can go into a German spa,
Yeah.
hit the
Or in
bed
some
spa,
exhibition.
something like that.
But he's coming back for real, bro. But I'm excited.
But at
he's
that age, you
coming
can't. I'm not, bro. You can't be, bro. Like boxing is serious, bro.
Yeah.
Boxing is serious. As soon as you step into the ring, the other boxer is trying to hurt
to
you.
kill you. True, to kill you, bro.
You know what if he loses his?
So you
life?
worried for him?
I'm worried, bro. Like for real. Remember the only reason George Foreman came back, he said, his kids always heard about George Foreman, but they never got a chance to see George Foreman.
Foreman inactive, yeah.
Yeah,
In
so he
action.
came back to prove to his kids that this is George Foreman, so that when people mention his name,
Yeah.
his kids
They
will
have
be
an
able to
idea.
know how George Foreman was. Go to search Pacquiao on YouTube, you'll get Pacquiao funding.
And amafethu akhe asiyo like amafethu akudala wamanje.
Manje, you'll get Pacquiao on YouTube. YouTube will be forever. You'll always find YouTube. You'll always find many Pacquiao on YouTube. You'll always find what is done. Back then, there was no YouTube.
Yeah, but
You
I feel like there is a reason. Maybe he's gonna, mention it if he hasn't.
I don't know, bro. I
But
don't know. I don't
the
know.
way
I'm
the
really
way
sure.
the way he the last fight he had, it wasn't a nice fight, man.
Bro,
A lot of people were saying, yeah, it's time.
it's
for him
time,
to
and that
retire.
wasn't even an
So,
elite boxer, bro.
Elite, yeah, exactly.
But it's a professional boxer. You
Boxer,
could see
yeah.
was
and was
what
getting smoked.
Yeah.
And so now him coming back, maybe made some changes, maybe you wanna prove, set a record clear for that last fight, which I still have it. But now, then what?
And then what exactly?
Because you are fighting young champions.
And imagine if I was in that division, I'd love to have Manny Pacquiao on my resume. Because you just beat a Hall of Famer, bro.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like for real. I'm sure every young fighter wants to fight Manny Pacquiao.
Sure.
You know?
Obvious.
Yeah.
Hi, bro. But
Yeah, bro.
I wish him all the best, man. So, him fighting in June or July?
July, bro.
So that means
July.
it's been training. It's been active.
Yeah. We'll see, bro.
Okay, bro. Anyways, guys, weekend yabo mama. So happy Mother's Day, bo mama, from Saturday show.
Yeah, mama.
Knowing you how much you love your mom, bro. That's
Happy
what's up.
Mother's Day. Yeah, bro.
Always on your corner,
You know?
regardless.
It's very
Otherwise-
nice to have someone like that. You know?
It is, bro. It brings a feeling that you cannot explain to the next person. It's only
Yeah.
you who can feel it.
Knowing that you might lose everything that you had, and you certainly sure that person will still be there.
Kumbulu ma.
Big Zulu.
Usijaba.
Usijaba,
Yeah, usijaba.
Kumbulu ma.
Indoda endala kangaka. That's true. We can lose everything, but umama kuhlezi adam.
Even an old man, the first word they say when they're in trouble or crying,
Mama.
Mama, you know,
Mama, yeah.
Mama, you know, it's
True,
a
yeah.
no, man.
Yeah, man.
Woman will always be.
Man, those people are important, but
Yeah.
it is what it is, guys. Happy Mother's Day. Otherwise, it's petally in my champ.
Yeah, bro. I want us to talk about Chris Eubank. Chris Eubank mentioned something very important, bro. Remember last week we talked about, I think last week we talked about him, but we wasn't sure how long was the fallout and what really happened between him and his dad. So what happened between him and his dad? He wrote a letter to his dad. So what happened is Chris Eubank Senior
Yeah.
never wanted Junior to be a boxer.
Okay.
Yabo. So Junior became a boxer, and Senior was always in charge of who Chris Eubank is fighting. Junior, who is fighting,
Like his manager.
yeah,
Okay.
how much is he getting paid, where is he fighting, what division,
Yeah.
he's been in charge of, we are on about all of that.
Okay.
And then one day Chris Eubank Jr. was like, nah man, let me do my own thing, let me be my boss. So the thing that this father is gonna be, he's not gonna be the boss anymore.
The
Couldn't really
manager.
sit with him well, so they fall apart. And a year from that, utatakhe Senior also lost his brother ka Eubank.
Eubank, yeah.
Also lost. That's why they saw a picture. If you look at who Chris Eubank in this fight, had a picture of someone on his shows, Sebastian.
Okay. That's the name of the brother.
The name of the brother, Sebastian. Hey, bro, like, she's crazy, bro. Sebastian lost his life. He was swimming, then his heart stopped, he drowned.
He was swimming alone?
Swimming alone, his heart stopped, he drowned. Imagine, bro. When it's your time, it's your time. And when let's talk about Sebastian was a healthy guy, made his own smoothies, his own drinks, green drinks, something like that.
Yeah.
So just to lose your life.
He was a fitness freak.
Fitness freak, bro. But he lost his life, he drowned, bro. So yeah, man. So he was talking about that. So he had a fallout with his dad. And yeah, that really like changed him very much. But the nice thing about it is that his dad was in his corner when he fought Conor Benn.
Yeah. Regardless of all their differences,
Yeah.
he still pitched up for his son. Actually, I didn't know Utimina. He was managing Conor. I'm saying Conor, Chris, prior to this fight. I thought when he said to him he doesn't want him to box.
I
thought he wasn't supporting him entirely.
No, he was.
So when I heard Uguti, he was supporting.
He was, but that's how they fall apart. And said they weren't talking for years. And the day before the fight, I think the day of the weigh-in. Not sure the day of the weigh-in or the day of the fight is midnight. I don't know.
Yeah.
So but before that, Chris Eubank Senior was going to interviews talking about this is a circus. The fight is not gonna go through. Chris Eubank shouldn't have taken this fight.
Talking bad about Chris.
Chris is a
disgrace
in the family. Blah,
and
blah,
your
blah,
own father saying that, and at the time we are preparing for a fight.
Yeah. And then who's this? Chris saw a text Katatake saying that he said he saw it around I think around 8 to 9, 10, between around those hours. Just Kababake saying that, call me when you get this. And I was like, nah, why would I call him? I don't want him saying whatever he's been saying. Now he wants to say it straight to me. Because it's been a while he's not talking to me. So this is my night. So
and obviously in terms of issues negative and you prepare for a fight.
Negative. So I was like, nah, let me not call him. But then again, I was like, this is my dad. I think later on, like, nah, let me just call him and hear him out.
Okay.
So when he called, his dad was excited. Said it's been years since he heard that, like, the way this dad was talking.
Yeah.
How are you, son? You good? How's everything? Blah, blah,
so
blah.
He wasn't even checking up on him. No, totally nothing.
Bro. Like for years. Just no hi, no nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah, so how are you, son? What's popping? Blah, 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 blah,
yeah.
Blah. How are the people? How are the preparation? How are you feeling? And all that.
Asking the necessary questions for umuntu or prepare for you.
Yeah. So how's everything? Are you ready? Blah, 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 blah. And I was like, yeah. And he said, but now we should talk, And then he booked a room for his dad. His dad showed up, and his dad was like, oh, he asked, but oh, they talked, and his dad asked a question, man, what do you think I want from you? And Chris, he said he paused for a moment. He thought his dad would want money, probably like, because he knows he's fighting for a huge amount of money.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I thought-
It was a big fight,
Yeah.
bro.
So I thought maybe his dad was gonna say, maybe I want $1 million rands, but
Because
Wow.
Bogi manager,
yeah,
okay, and things
now,
like that. Yeah.
Now he also like he was like, if my dad asks for money, even so, this is a waste because I won't see him the same way I used to see him, because now he's just hitting me up because he needs something, not just he's just here for
to
me
support,
to
yeah.
and all that.
True.
So you won't be the same, man. So him like asking me for money, which means would break me. So his dad was like, and he told him like, and he laughed and like, maybe you want a hug. But at the back of his mind was like, I don't really know what he wants, because also my dad is a God fearing man, so it doesn't really, you can't buy him something like that. You know, you can't buy him, but.
So he exercises his boundaries.
Yeah, but still wasn't sure what his dad really wants. You know, and then his dad was like, nah, I don't want anything from you.
Mm.
After I said that, he also said, nah, okay, in fact, I want one thing from you.
Yeah.
I want to choose a ring song for you. So when
We walk out, yeah.
yeah, so when we walk out together, but I'm gonna choose a song. He was like, no, I've been preparing. Like as I was saying, Bananam, when you prepare, you go like you always have that my song, but okay, I'm gonna come out with this song.
Yeah,
blah
yeah.
blah 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 blah. I'm gonna come out with on this song. So Chris already messing around, but okay, his mind is already made up which song is gonna play, blah blah blah, and he had to reset all that, bro.
Just
And
for his
chooses-
father.
Yeah, and chooses the song that his father wanted. He's saying that when they was walking out, I'm not sure what they played, there's a song that was played, and then it stopped. Then the second part of it, the one that his dad wanted, started.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because he
Yeah.
entered, I think, ngengoma yaka Dr. Dre.
Yeah.
So after Dr. Dre, then he requested babake
Yeah.
ingoma requestile yangena.
Young.
Okay.
So he said it was his first time walking to a ring, not single person booing him.
Wow.
Not
So
a
he's been
single-
booed all his career.
So he's been booed. Wanker.
He has this as England event, mate.
They're gonna knock you out.
Yeah.
Dead. So it was like, none of that was happening, bro.
Wow.
Everyone
was-
was excited.
That was history,
you
bro.
know, everyone was excited.
That was
So they made that ring walk, and
Mhm.
after that, he's saying that after the fight, too many people were texting him. Some calling him. We've been talking to my dad for years. I texted him. I called him. I've been talking to my son. Oh, blah blah blah. You know, so bro, that was a life-changing moment, not just for him, but for everyone.
That's going down in
That
history,
children,
bro. They
you
must
know.
make a movie about that.
That's why you remember we said it one time that, bro, that would really be a great movie, bro.
To watch, yeah, true,
That
man.
would really be a great movie.
And look at everything, the way it played. Bongati, it was
It was planned.
planned,
Yeah.
and yeah, because it happened so perfectly.
So perfect, bro.
And him going to the ring and coming out with a win
Yeah.
even made the
And
story.
you saw his dad, how his dad was dancing when they were waiting for his house. You saw
That's why that was all ads. You wonder the way he dances.
Yeah.
It fitted very, very
For
well.
example, you look at it this way, when they just first arrived to the venue, Chris walked out of the car first, and the people saw a car, and the commentator was like, "Is that Chris Eubank Junior, or is that Chris Eubank Senior?" And the door opened. It was like, "Yeah, you know, bro. That's what or maybe like in wrestling. You know, wrestling when you they say someone might walk out and. And suddenly they do, you know,
Yeah,
it was
and
like
then wrestling by rehearsal,
yeah,
so
it was something
like
that,
that.
bro. It was something like that.
And it was
Even
all
ubaba
organic.
kakhona nokhona were watching Chris Yopengo kafika. They were watching. So that's crazy.
It doesn't get bigger than that,
It
bro.
doesn't get bigger than that.
Not yonke into like reyesiwe everything.
It doesn't get bigger than that.
They walk out maybe mina laphayana makushintsha ingoma
Yeah, you know.
babakajika. Hey, le character.
Bro, you know in these days, Chris Yopengo.
Yeah.
When the bro that nigga Usinia, he was a character, bro. They would sound like this, bro. They introducing him. Chris Yopengo, no. And you know what he do? He knock a nigga out and stand on top of him and be like, bro, that nigga was the characters are
Character, yo.
for real.
So-
Even the moves was
Yeah. The way he dances. Yes,
So it's crazy, bro.
so he's a true entertainer.
Yeah, for real.
He's just an
For
entertainer.
real, bro.
Wow.
So
Nah, man, big respect to those two gentlemen, man.
Yeah,
Those two gentlemen.
and I'm glad that they put their differences aside. So
aside, yeah.
even like the fallout was nothing huge, bro.
Yeah.
Like as a dad, you shouldn't be angry at your kids saying that they want to do their own stuff.
Their own thing.
You
yeah.
know,
True.
you'll be like, okay, do you?
You should be happy. in
Exactly,
fact, yeah,
bro.
well,
Exactly,
you
and
should
not
be
let your kid live under your shadow. Because this one time, one person asked me, "Mana, so I love my kids to boxers." You know, I was like, "No ways. I don't want my kid to be boxers. Like for real, I don't want my kid to be boxers
Box, yeah.
unless they want to on their own." Because one thing, bro, they're gonna be living under my shadow. If they don't become as great as I am, they're gonna feel like they failed in life.
Mm,
If they don't surpass me, they're gonna still feel like they failed in life. Everything they'll be doing, they'll be like, I wanna be like my dad. So I wanna prove to him that I can get to where he was.
and
I
the
can be
pressure
more.
from the society
You know,
also. Yeah.
Also, bro. So that's unnecessary pressure for my kid, bro. So that's what I don't want for them.
I feel.
I don't want
feel
them.
you.
For example, my dad was a boxer, but he never became a champion. Like not even a single title. Look at me. I've got 5 titles under my name actually, and I have a world title also.
Mm,
You know,
mm.
so I've surpassed what he's achieved.
Yeah.
You know, also like for my kid to know that to be greater than me, he's gotta surpass what I've achieved.
Yeah.
Imagine now I just becoming, I'm not even done with my chapter yet. I'm gonna become a unified champion
And it's
become
still starting.
undisputed.
Still starting.
You know, I become undisputed, go to the next division, become unified or undisputed. You know, who knows, bro? Now my kid will have the same pressure. I gotta be undisputed in this division. You know,
Yeah.
I don't want that for them, bro. I really don't want that for them.
I feel you.
Like what Chris did and him and his father, bro,
Yeah.
that was iconic, bro.
Yeah.
That was really iconic. Like for
I can't fake moments like that.
yeah. See, for him, he even said something like this. If he walked out there alone,
Mm,
that could have been just a regular fight.
yeah.
But him walking out with his dad, it was really something special.
Yeah.
Not just for him, but for everyone watching.
Watching.
Because the war between the banks and the corners continues.
Continues, true.
You know, so that's really something huge, bro. That would actually be a series.
You
know,
right?
because they fought 2 times,
Yeah.
and they made the third fight. So the banks are still leading. So it's 2-0 right now.
2-0. And talking about 2-0 lentwana, nasishaya vele ntwana. Nasishaya vele. Manje namakhosi niyabhora ngoba mfethu nizo-celebrate the whole year manje for
Mfethu, you know that trophy is special. Mfethu, when was the last?
celebrate kakhulu nani.
You know, a 10-year-old kid, ayazi azange yayibona ikhosi lifting a trophy.
So I understand it's
A
been like 10
10-year-old,
years.
bro. So it's special, mfethu. It's special.
But nina ninjalo.
Why I mean ukuthi sinjalo?
We're
We're going to AFCON. Siyodlala eAfrica, dude. When was the last time we competed there? I think it's been 3-4 years. You know, the victory is huge, bro.
Congratulations.
Now, amasanga avulekile, the case is over now.
Congratulations.
The case is over now. Says, ngabe ngigqoke iskipa sami sekhosi, but it's winter.
It's winter. Yes,
Ngicabanga yabanda but guys babengabantu yazi into efana ngiyenze ifana ngibe ijezi then nginxibe isikipha sebuso on top eish
Awucabanga
yena
ile word yenzinqobe slow.
Fena ngicabanga mina ngigqoke ngaphezulu inkosi la
Chep.
mara abantu bayabona nani
Nah, cause ibhakaniye. Hayi, chempo ngifuna ukuvala ngale video man.
siqede
Siqede nje ayami siqede mfethu. Yazi I don't think this is the first time lo mshini umosheka, so ilo mshini lo we licensing yawo yenza ama card and what not. So mfethu government yethu inaki izinto
Okay, this is just ridiculous. Did you know that South Africa only has one driver's license printer for the entire country? That's one printer to service 60 million South Africans. And it keeps breaking down. The Department of
Oh, yeah, it's not
Transport
the first
recently
time.
released a statement urging motorists to remain calm and patient after their one and only printer broke down yet again. This is causing a massive backlog at traffic departments across the country, and it's just a mess. And they say it will take weeks to fix this one printer. I have no words. Let me know what you guys think about this. Okay.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, that's really crazy, bro. Like I thought maybe like every province has its own printer.
Yeah. Turns out nah, man. The whole country. Just
One.
imagine the whole country. One printer. And keeps on breaking down and still doesn't ring a bell Google they must get another machine. So imagine kunabantu abalinda ama licenses from last year.
Bro, imagine
yeah.
60 million people depending on one machine.
One machine in the whole country. And government do it too. Well, I don't want to talk a lot about politics because I don't even subscribe to them.
Yeah, I'm
But
not
yeah,
a political fan.
Yeah.
I don't, because bro, the reason why I don't really entertain something with politics, because you don't know who's telling the truth and who's lying.
Yeah, so the least we can do us as athletes, as public figures, we can just make awarenesses. Yeah. And see that's the least we can do. But if you're gonna try to involve politics and whatnot, that's when I feel like people start like being robbed, literally.
Yeah. But
so
speaking of politics and what's really happening in South Africa, but since we're closing it off right now, next week I want us to talk about a place. I don't want to mention the name right now.
Okay.
But up in South Africa, there's a place. Whites only, no blacks are allowed. We'll go deeper in that next week.
Let's get it.
Separate.
Guys, we are boxers and we are public figures, right? But I pay lab. We talk about boxing, we talk about sport. As we are growing, we're gonna involve more topics.
Fafa nje life kancane.
Salt. Yakhumbula sakhuluma ngetswayi, salt. Yeah, ila sifa khona isauce. Imanje ila ingena khona. So khuluma ngeboxing, khuluma ngesport, si just khulume ngayo abantu abangasithi ngibambe la.
The salt it nourishes the food. It also heals the wound. It also nourishing and giving flavor is almost the same thing. So the salt actually does everything, guys. So it's kumbona no salt bay. Yeah, cabanga no salt bay.
My baby, he will come. Hey, my quara, my quara, my will come. Otherwise, yeah, guys, we just fooling around, just trying to enjoy ourselves and spread the love, the sports, and athletes, man. And yeah, man, any last words?
Last word.
Yeah.
Last words are. The last words are, guys. Love everyone, man. Especially since now it's Mother's Day. Love your mom. Be there for your mom. Best thing about they've carried us for 9 months. And
no, was Koshi.
Yeah, no, was Koshi. Their mom, bro. Carried you for 9 months. Imagine if they've aborted you, up. So whatever you all are going through as a family, just know your mom loves you. Just try and be there for her, be with her. Because as an adult, bro, adults go through more stress than we know,
Okay.
because there's a lot of pressure also to them. Imagine, I feel like every person had a dream. Now they have the stress that they never really achieve their dreams. Probably like they're going through that, and now they've babies, they gotta take care of them. And man, there's too many regrets. If maybe he wasn't born, maybe their life could have gone this way. Bro,
Yeah.
there's a lot on their mind. So guys, bear with your moms and love your mothers, man. Abantu besimame siyabadinga. Love your baby mamas. Take care of them. Love your kids. Love everyone, man. But especially the moms, like bear with them, guys. So
And also, we're not forgetting about the ones that don't have their mothers anymore,
Yeah.
And we recognize we see you.
yeah,
So
just
stay
because
strong. Stay
just
strong.
because you don't have a mom, bro, like
doesn't mean
that you don't have a mom, because all
next door
mama,
neighbor ngaba
yeah,
umama
ngaba
umama
umama,
unganakho ngaba umama
for example,
akho.
kutshiwo mos kuthiwa umntwana ukhuliswa ngulikhaya lakhe qha, ukhuliswa yi-society yonke.
Exactly.
Yebo,
Village.
i-village. That's why xa usenza into embi kuthiwa ngumntana wasetankeni. For example, I come from Tankeni.
Yeah.
Bazawuthi umntana wasetankeni, abazi ukuthi umntana walalo, bazawuthi umntana wasetankeni.
Yeah.
True. So not that just because you don't have a mom doesn't mean you should go out there and feel like you don't have a mom. Maybe your grandmom is your mom, your aunt, your
Exactly,
neighbor,
yeah.
True. So yeah, guys, just take care, man, and just know this is from the Saturday show. We love you all, guys.
Peace.
Yo, Petty,
Yeah, peace.
enjoy.